And the name of the game in content is consistency.
Yes.
Right. If there's a way where I can put videos and photos into some system that will post during the optimal time, it'll post today, it'll post tomorrow, I can have a whole week or two of content scheduled out where I don't have to go and press post and type in the caption and those type of things.
Yeah.
So that's an automated way for my content to get pushed out to people.
Yo, what's going on, DSA family? Welcome back to the Digital Storytellers Academy YouTube channel. It's your boy Juiette Payne and my guy
Bakari Kamal. What's up, everybody?
Yes. Hope you guys are doing well today. Hey, today we are going to talk about a great topic, y'all. We want you guys to be set up because when you do a creative business, sometimes these creative businesses can fail, they can flop because we don't set up systems. Now, that word could sound like, like a trigger word to us as creatives because we're like, I just want to go with the flow. I just want everything to just be okay and just whatever my creativity says, that's what we're going to do. But you want to have systems in place if you want to see scalability. That's what you want in your business ultimately because you want to be grinding all day long. So with that, there are three key things we're going to be talking about over the next series of videos. And those three things are automation, delegation, and elimination. So again, automation, delegation, and elimination. And today we're going to heavily focus on automation. You want to automate that business that you have so things can just flow smoothly, okay? So I'm going to turn it over to my guy Bakari to explain what does it even mean to automate? What is automation? And why is it something that's significant that we should even incorporate in our business?
That's really good. I mean, I think first we got to break down this idea of systems really quick, right? Because when you talk about a system, you're talking about something that's happening, reoccurring, the same way each time you do it.
Yes.
And in order for you to have a system, you have to have a process that the steps of the process.
Yep.
Right. So if my system is, okay, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same way every time. Well, what's 1, what's 2, what's 3, what's 4, and what's 5?
Exactly.
Automation is simply, well, number 2 and number 3, I don't need to do that personally as an individual human with my hands, right? That could be once somebody submits an inquiry to my website, instead of me sending this email back to them and I have to go and send back every email from every lead, I have an automated emailed response in my client management system that will go back to them based on them and say, hey, here's a link to book a call on my calendar. Looking forward to speaking with you. Well, now, instead of me going back and forth, like, okay, what's your availability? Okay, my availability, that doesn't work, right? That's an automated step 2 of the process.
That's good.
So automation is just really taking one part of your process that can be replaced and happen automatically, and it could happen without you needing to be there or do anything and not needing you or another human to do it. Right. So leveraging technology to get it done.
That's it. Yeah. So that's key right there. I love how you said that. This is something that still needs to get done. That's why there's 3 different components. We have automation, delegation, and elimination. Yeah. So elimination is obviously the things that don't necessarily need to be done. It's not taking your business anywhere per se. It can become busy work. It's just extra things, which we'll talk about in a few videos from now. Delegation is like it needs to be done, but you personally don't need to be the one doing it. It can be done by a person, another hands-on. But automation, we can use technology. We use digital systems and different things like that to get this done. So we have, things such as website builders, like you mentioned, email. Man, with the AI and everything, so much content in this, it's not going anywhere. In this age of content creation, AI has just been such a blessing from the Lord, So with those different things, those are things that you want to automate. So let's break down in our businesses how we've seen automation supporting and helping us to be able to get things done without us physically having to get things done.
That's really good. I think number 1 is, of course, my client communication and emails, like I just mentioned. Right? Because you're not going to have a business without leads, and you don't need to schedule everything on your calendar automatically. You don't need to send emails every time. you know, that takes up time from you as an individual. So if somebody can go in, they can fill out a little bit of information on a form and it gets sent to you. Now you have information about them and what they need. Then they get an email. Then they book a call on the calendar. Now I just look on my calendar. I'm like, oh, I have a discovery call tomorrow at 10. Cool. I'll take that. And let me look at their form and see what they want. Oh, this is something I do. Can't wait to talk to them. Oh, this is not looking like it's going to work. Hey, just letting you know, hey, or say it on the call. But that's like one of the big things is that client communication piece, because that's a consistent, reoccurring thing you have to do in business. Content. Man, you know, in the name of the game and content is consistency. Right. If there's a way where I can put videos and photos into some system that will post during the optimal times, it'll post today, it'll post tomorrow. I can have a whole week or two of content scheduled out where I don't have to go and press post and type in the caption and those type of things. But that's an automated way for my content to get pushed out to people. So there's so many different ways, but those are a couple. I'm curious to know for you, are there other ways in which you leverage automation to be able to really make your business more efficient?
Yeah, of course. So I love all-in-one type things. So, you know, one of the companies that I really love what they have is Kajabi.
Really good.
You know, I really love Kajabi because with us doing, you know, digital courses, you know, digital products and things like that, I love how on there it's all built in with, you know, you have the courses on there, you have the funnels, which is when you're sending a series of emails and whatnot that are already just, you prep it. The one time it's all this thing with automating. Yes, you will have to put in work the first time. You know, you have to put everything in the system and then just replicate. So it triggers, hey, if this person puts in their email, it's going to shoot them this webinar, or it's going to shoot them about the Media Mastery Bootcamp, or it's going to shoot them these 5 emails that's helping to, you know, nurture the leads and things like that. So putting all those systems in place. So you have all these emails, and then from there, it can even be on the back end after you take the course. If you know your course is 1 week, then maybe that day right after, you say 6 days after, send this email about this or whatever. So having all of those different things in place. I was even going to mention, when you mentioned having a discovery call, you can create these templates now, you know, in your Gmail. You know, my wife showed me this some years ago. We send emails and we already have templates that are prepared. If, like, say a student enrolls in something, you literally just click at the bottom before you press send. I was like, I didn't even realize there was this extra little attachment to the word send. And it says put in template. And then it was just like pop in this thing. And then, it just takes you 5 seconds to send the email. And you just change, you know, the person's name. Hey, you know, Robert or whatever.
Right.
Thanks for enrolling in guitar class, or thanks for enrolling in our media mastery. And it's already there if you do that. So again, there's certain websites you may need to pay a little bit more for. But if you are still someone who's sending emails personally to individuals, you can create some templates and then you kind of have those leads in there. But I do recommend using a website that already just stores all of your leads and your contacts and things like that. So you don't have to physically be the one kind of inserting each person. But again, if that's where you're at right now because of affordability, then at least you have templates in there. So awesome. Even with, you know, Google just gives you the Google Drive and gives you all of that. So right there in Google Drive, you can already have like your Google Docs of all the different, you know, templates and stuff. Just set those things up once and then they're just saved. So as much time that you don't have to retype or resend the same thing over and over again. You know?
That's so good. Hey, thanks for watching the video, but really quick, are you looking to level up your creative skills and build a thriving creative business?
If so, you want to join the 5-day Media Mastery Bootcamp. This is an intensive training that's going to help you master filmmaking and photography, editing and storytelling, and branding and content strategy.
We're not just going to teach you the bare minimum basics. We're going to give you real-world skills and strategies that are going to help you stand out in the marketplace.
So if you're ready, make sure you enroll today. Space is limited and you don't want to miss this. The link is in the description below. Now, back to the video.
Was there ever a point in time where you were like burnt out doing something and you're like, I'm glad I was able to automate this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And if so, what was it?
Yeah, I think it's funny, we both keep talking the same thing. It's definitely reaching out to the leads. Reaching out to the leads. Even when, like, say you're texting individuals about a show that you have.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That was a big thing for me, like, because I'm a performer. So you're texting for a show or an event that's coming up. I was like, let's use the power of Eventbrite. Let's use the power of there's just different, I forget the name of the specific one, but it's a text where those individuals are in there. And then, you set this up and you already have these different segments of groups, which is really cool. Yeah. These are the people who came to this show, or these are the ones who want to come to the next one or something. And then you click on that specific group and it'll send the text out to those individuals and make sure to put that person's name based off of who's in there. That's so all those things are already set up. So that was a big one for me that I was like, okay, I have to, I'm getting burned out. Reach out to each person. Let's get an app or some type of program that they can enroll in and sign up for if they come to a show too. So, you'll want them to enroll in, whether it's an email or some type of tech service too. Mm-hmm. But certain individuals who I also know are just creatives who would just be interested in certain things, I'll just personally message them as well, So just kind of just gauging who these leads are, who the individuals are and things like that. And then, and they use wisdom if someone's like, not necessarily interested in that specific thing, whatever, and stuff. And so you take this individual off and stuff, because you still want to be able to come off as like, hey, giving you an offer, but having that balance of like, not sending it too much or whatever, finding that sweet spot and see who's interested,
My thing is, when it comes to automation, these are like tasks that you shouldn't waste your time doing. Yeah. And time is of the essence.
Yes.
In business.
It's not, it ain't coming back.
It ain't coming back.
You can't buy that back, yeah.
Yeah, I think, when you're able to have these technological tools that allow you to be able to free yourself up so you can focus on more important things. Mm-hmm. And that usually looks like, what are the things that can't happen without needing me, right? Yes. And now you can give more attention to that because you only have 24 hours in a day, right? So I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Now, question for you. How do you determine what's not worth your time? How do you determine and decide on which things should be automated? Because you can feel like, hey, I should be the one doing all of this. How do you actually come to that determination? What's a foundational thing that maybe you should have before that?
I think, when you really start looking at business, you're like, okay, I'm doing everything, right? When you first start, usually you're doing everything. And once you get to that point where you're like, there's no way I'm getting bigger, I'm scaling, I can't do everything now, right? You have to start with that. What's these little petty tasks, if you will, right? These are things that really, they don't require me. But, then you look at, okay, well, what about the operational things, right? These are things that require a human to do them a lot of the time. Okay, cool. But then there are some things, they don't move without you, right? Yeah. Those are the things like relationship building, creating new opportunities for your business, right? Networking and finding funders or sitting in the room with your notebooks and masterminding on what's the next level of this business, what is the vision here, what's the culture I want this business to have, and what's my exit plan? Do I want to be the CEO or do I want to just be the founder of this organization and then hire somebody else to actually operate, right? Those are higher level tasks that you can't just hire somebody to think about that for you. It wasn't their vision in the first place. So, and those are the things that we have to make time for. And if we don't make time for them, then, the business is never going to grow.
Yeah, that's so good. Man, that's so good. So something I usually recommend to individuals, just to give you guys something practical to do. Make a list. That's what I've done multiple times. Make a list of every single task, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how minuscule. Make a list of every single task that you do in your business or that your business requires or seemingly requires, right? And then break it up. Use 3 different colors if you need to, and break it up into those 3 categories: automation, delegation, and elimination. Now, we'll break down delegation and elimination in the next couple of videos. But for right now, look at all of those and just circle what you feel like could be automated. What could some type of computer or technological system do for you to set all of that up, and it can be automated? Start thinking of those things today, so you kind of get that off and watch how much more time, you free up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. So I think that's really what we have for you all today. I hope this helps.
Yes.
We've been talking about how you can automate. On the next episodes, we'll be talking about delegation, and we'll also be talking about elimination.
That's good.
So these are going to be 3 things that you can implement in your business now to continue to take your creative business to the next level.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys comment below. Tell us what you think about automating. What do you think about the tools, and what tools are you using in your business right now to help you advance and be more efficient in business?
Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as we put out videos every single week to keep informing you on how to grow your creative business and take over this digital revolution with digital storytelling. Love you guys so much. We can't wait to see you on the next one. See ya.
Okay.